Anyway, the secret that I was gonna, it's no secret really. I mean, I've just always been taught to use Scotch-Brite or 400 grit sandpaper and wet sand the whole car. But these days, you know, the guy showed me that, you know, Chito showed me that you take these, which is a little foam, and you hit your edges. I'll show you what my sons did. See how you don't put the pressure on the edge like this. You leave it flat and let it, you know, just try to avoid your corners, because you don't want to burn through your clear. If you burn through your clear using this water base coat, the paint is so thin that you're going to have to, you know, from my understanding, what he's telling me, I'm still getting all the fine details, but it's better not to burn through none of your clear, because that paint is so thin that it's not like regular base coat, clear coat. It's very thin, so you got to be sure and prime all your spots where you burn through the, like this right here, we're going to have to, I went over this where it was just cracking to crazy. And he told me to go over it with 80, then 180, then 320, you know, and then prime it. You know, I guess if you do your 80 and 180, that's fine. And then prime it, and then when you have to come back over it again, you use 800 grit. And these right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that one, man. That ain't no big deal. Those little ones like that, I ain't worried about them, man. So you gonna talk to the camera and tell them what you learned with this, or you don't mean tell? But it sure is coming a lot longer. I think you might have spent 30 minutes on it. Show them the car, Steiner. Go ahead and show them the whole thing, man. See how he's sanding off all his edges? And we're going to come back later on by hand and do that. But it's coming along pretty nice. Ooh, you did a good job on this one. I like that. And that's going to be ready. I think we're going to wait till it gets a little warmer to put the paint on it, Robert.
Well, yeah, but it's going to be
it's warm enough right now to paint it, really.
Still got a lot of sanding.
You know. But I wanted to ask people's opinion on this. Oh, Earl brought me this. Where's the cup at? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Anyway, I haven't seen these since 1832. Somebody gave it to me. It's been boxed up for 20 years. But it just, I don't know, man. It's like, I'd hate to go through the process of having to clean all these hoses out and cleaning all this stuff out and running cleaner through all these hoses. And I can only imagine, you know, with industrial use, they have them 5-gallon pots, you know, and that's for painting trailers and stuff like that. But this thing here, I mean, I don't know. I've had a couple of people love them to death, and then I've had a couple of people tell me that they're just a pain in the ass because, you know, if you're just, it's a lot to clean up, you know. I don't know. If somebody can give me some advice advice on one of these things. This one's never been used. I was gonna dump some primer in it, but you know, does it waste primer? Does it waste your materials using it like this? I mean, for small jobs as such as a car, you know, from what I understand with this high volume, low pressure systems, you know, all that paint that's kept in this hose right here, what I'm thinking to my own self is, that's a lot of paint that you're wasting in that hose. You know, with the high volume, low pressure, that's enough paint to, you know, daggum near, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking wrong. Is that enough paint to paint a whole hood in this hose, you know, by the time you know, that, and, you know, siphon feed, you always got this much in the bottom of the thing that's wasted. You got something in the hose that's wasted. Anyway, I wanted to ask that question out there. Ratchet 951 was a paint and body guy. He might know. First Class Junkie seems to know a lot about, you know, I think it was First Class Junkie. He knows a lot about paint and body work. Rod Iron and Customs, I don't know. Does he know something about? I know sometimes he makes mistakes on flywheels and flex plates. I'm just messing with you, man. Anyway, it's coming along. It's all right, son. I done tipped it over. It's coming along, and this is that water-based paint. Chito explained to me why his company uses this, and they prefer to use it, is because you don't have to spend chemicals. You don't have to have chemicals to clean your gun out. You can use just regular water. You use distilled water if you want to thin this stuff out. But he got me this paint, and it's ready to shoot. I thought about getting me a gun to hold these on there like that. But these are real neat because you can turn your gun upside down. You know, you can spray upside down with it, and it's got these little bags that goes in there to replace, you know, replace it. You just replace your liners, I think. But other than that, I guess we're staying at it. We gotta. This is where it all flaked off and stuff. I gotta lay some primer on here. We had to go all the way. Some spots down real, you know, we had to bust through the clear because the clear is flaking off, obviously, you know. Other than that, she's coming right along, and I guess I'll see y'all later, man. I've had a good day, and my birdie outside lived, and I'm just hoping everybody is still safe. Hopefully they'll unlock us to where everything can go back to normal out of this COVID, whatever the heck it is. I'm still going through it too, you know. It's like very depressing, you know, thinking about some of the things you think about, and you know, when your mind ain't busy, you know, you think about, you stir it up in your head too much, you know, you overthink things. But anyway, y'all keep it real and be safe. Let's out.